going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm pretty excited for today's video. It is Sunday afternoon. I just got done cleaning up my entire office here. You guys probably saw in some of the opening B-roll. And at this point, we have been in this office now for a little over a month and things are pretty much set up. It's not completely done, but it is to the point where I think I can show you guys some of it. So my plan for today's video is I want to show you guys around my office here. And a little bit further down the line, once I have everything dialed completely in, we will do a full office tour video that's a little bit more polished. But in today's video, I really just want to kind of show you guys around the space. I've been getting a ton of questions about it. And also I'm kind of stoked. So I just want to show it off and give you guys all the details about it. So please drop me any questions you guys have about this space down in the comments below. I will try to do my best to link everything down in my Amazon storefront. So if you're interested in picking something up that you see in the space, check there first. So here in my office, I really have four main sections or corners of it. And let me show you what I mean. Okay, so first thing I want to give you guys kind of a breakdown of the entire layout of this office before we go into more details of each space. But this first main corner here when you walk in is really my main desk setup. I'm sure you've seen this in my content, whether it be on other socials, last couple YouTube videos, etc. This is kind of the main piece of this spot and really the first corner. To the right of that, we have this section over here. We'll dive into more here in a second. Then to the right of that, that's the door where you enter. To the right of that, we have the gaming setup, which is absolutely essential right now with the new Warzone. Come on now. And then to the right of that, lastly, this is the last section, which is really storage, shoes, mini fridge, that type of stuff, but it is essential here in my office. And the way I've set up my office was honestly very intentional, and it kind of took me a minute to figure out the layout, but I wanted to have a couple sections that were ready to go at pretty much all times. Whenever I wanted to grab a camera for photos, short form video, even long form video, they were ready to go. And so far, after using the space for the last couple weeks, I'm really happy with the layout and it's working really well. Okay, so let's talk about the main section here in my office, which is my main desk setup. So first things first, the desk itself. Okay, in my last office, I had a butcher block countertop. I wanted to switch it up in this space. So I decided to go with kind of a concrete looking countertop. Two big sections, that's the full length over there. And then this second one I cut down so I could kind of have an L here in my office. And I think this gives kind of a nice new fresh look for my content. The Kobe canvas, I have not gotten rid of this thing. It had to come to my new office. And then really the entire thing powering this entire setup is the M3 Max MacBook Pro. More content coming on that thing soon, but it is unbelievable. I'm blown away by it. And then I have it plugged into the Apple Studio display. This is really the 1-2 punch for everything I do. I absolutely love this combo. And right now I have it on this Grove made kind of desk riser. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this, to be honest. I just want to kind of try out this layout. I had them just on the desk itself previously, but it felt a little too low, but now this feels a little bit too high. So we'll see. Like I said, still work in progress here. Logitech keyboard, MX Master 3 mouse. Gotta have that custom Yeti with the lab culture right there. Pretty sick. I want to be my office without some shoes. Fuji X100V over there. Some Beats headphones when I am trying to kind of lock in and get in the zone right here. I love my iPad mini. I have it on this nice stand. It helps me, you know, when I'm posting stuff, trying to cross-reference hashtags, captions, whatever. I love just having it stand so I can kind of do whatever I want with it. Back here, I just recently got this like kind of 3-in-1 charger from Anchor. It's nice because you can have your phone right on here, your AirPods charged back here, and then you can put your Apple Watch right there. So perfect to kind of have your iPhone right there while you're sitting here working, grinding, whatever you gotta do. Before we get way too much further into this video, let me just walk you guys through all the lighting in my office because I have a ton of lights. It's for a very specific reason. You guys probably know. So everything is ready to film at pretty much all times, okay? Also, this office gets hardly any light. I do have one window back here, which is nice so I can crack it because it gets hot with all these lights, computers and stuff running, but I don't get hardly any natural light. There's no overhead light at all. So I had to install some good lights in here if I wanted my content to look good. So here's what I'm working with. Now I know I'm gonna get this question a ton and asking what these mounts are, okay? So shout out to Lo. He recommended these and they're absolutely amazing. So instead of having a bunch of C stands or light stands, whatever here in my office, these are called Varipoles, okay? And they're basically pressure mounted poles that go from the ceiling to the floor. And they have a super small footprint. So the nice thing is, obviously this is messy down here with all these cords, right? Just don't pay attention to those. I couldn't have a usual tripod or C-stand with the legs down here, right? It's too small of a space. This, I literally just need like the tiniest little spot for this to work. So I have one of those poles right there. The other pole is on the other side. A C-stand right there. And that's kind of how I'm holding the lights, all right? Now the lights itself, this right here is the Aperture 120D Mark II. And then the fixture on top of this is the Aperture lantern. I love this look. It really helps to just brighten up the entire space and still give you that nice lighting on your face or subject whenever you're filming. So this is really kind of like one of the main lights in here. Over here is actually the Aperture 300X, which is an absolute monster of a light. Light dome Mark II on top of that. And then over here, I have the Godox SL60W. And then obviously custom LED right there, custom LED over there. And then this is just a little Amaran light to add kind of like a nice little hue behind me. Another neon. All right, so this is the TV Husky workbench section of the office, and just caught the Browns win right there. Okay, go Browns, Ohio guy here. But this section, as I mentioned, it's not as, you know, beautiful as the rest of the office, but it's absolutely critical for my content, right? We all know you have a ton of tech, a ton of gear, and you need somewhere to store them. So I've been rocking this Husky tool chest for a few years now, and I love it because you can lock it up. It's on wheels, kind of keeps everything nice and secure. It's just a great way to organize all your stuff. So it's probably time for me to go through and organize this thing a little bit more. I love this thing and highly recommend something like this. I know it's super popular now in the tech space, and for a good reason. And then over here, I have a fan, again, mentioning all the computers in here, the lights, etc. It gets pretty warm in here. And shout out to Big Rob. He put me onto this tall fan. It's nice because on the lowest setting, it's actually completely silent. So whenever you're filming, I can still have a little bit of air moving around. Then on top of the tool chest here, I just have some various things that kind of maybe I'm using often, or I might just want to pick up and grab. Over here, I kind of have a mini charging station, Leica batteries, Fuji batteries, Sony batteries, case for some extra Sony batteries. I got the Leica Q2 sitting over here. Still love this camera, by the way. And then some Rode mics because I've been filming a lot of stuff with these. I love these microphones. These are the Rode Wireless Pro. Highly recommend. Then this right here is the Yeti to keep my energy drinks nice and cold. And that's pretty much this corner. All right, let's talk about one of my favorite parts of the entire office, which is my gaming setup, okay? So previously in my last couple offices, I had my gaming setup part of my main setup. So creative and gaming was in the same spot. In this office, I wanted to separate it a little bit, have a dedicated space for gaming, and that's gonna allow me to create some content around gaming tech as well as my normal stuff. So very excited for that. Stay tuned for that in the future. But let me walk you through what's in the setup. So first of all, we have the NZXT Player 2. This computer is honestly a great pickup. I was lucky enough to do a video with NZXT for TikTok, and they sent me this out, and honestly it replaced my old PC. So I've been loving this thing so far. Plays everything that I need, and it looks great too. So I kind of went with this overall white and black aesthetic for my spot. So that's powering it all. And then for the monitor, I have a 34-inch LG ultra wide monitor. Now this doesn't have the best specs, I gotta keep it real, but it is plenty good enough for me, and I'm just playing games casually. It's not that serious for me. I might replace that at some point, but for now, it's good. This is the Logitech Superlight 2 mouse, Stream Deck Plus, Wave XLR over there, Scuff Xbox Nick Merckx controller, High Ground Summit 2.0 keyboard. Sounds great, looks even better. Corsair open back headphones. And then for audio, I have the Elgato low profile mic arm with the Rode Pod mic, the new white one, attached. Then up here, I have this little vertical setup for content. I actually film quite a bit of content over here just because this angle looks sick. And then also I could turn this the other way if I ever want to, let's say, stream or do something like that. Amazing camera, great setup, and I'm really happy with how this desk has turned out. Obviously, got to have some more sneaker stuff in here. This spot looks aesthetic, it performs well for gaming, and yeah, I'm just really happy with this spot. Now moving over to kind of the last corner of the office here, okay? Again, not the best looking spot, but it's essential for me. So first of all, I have this little IKEA tool cart, which I think everyone needs. This is just kind of like grab and go stuff that I need when I'm recording or creating content. Tape, super clamps, lint roller with long hair dogs, different tripods. This thing's also on wheels, which is really nice, so I can move it out of the way wherever. Then we got the mini fridge, which is obviously essential. I got some of my favorite Ghost Energy flavors in there, a couple liquid deaths just for water if I want to grab something. Up top here, I'm still trying to kind of figure out how to just have all this stuff, especially doing tech content. Brands are sending you things. I just have to have some storage. A lot of stuff up here, you're not really going to see my everyday content with these angles. And then back here, I also am just having like some of my light tubes, tripods, stuff like that, keep it out of the way. We have two dogs, Mocha and Daphne. So Mocha loves to hang out here in my office. So I have this big dog bed for her. She loves hanging out there. And then this is obviously my favorite part of the entire office, which is the shoe boxes, okay? So I am gonna be doing a shoe tour, shoe collection tour, whatever you wanna call it, very soon. It's been highly requested before, but I still didn't have the right space to do it. Shoe tour coming soon. And some of my favorite shoe boxes, snake plant over here. You gotta have a trash can in your office just for all just the stuff. This little shelf right here. At the bottom, I have some of my favorite flavors of Ghost Energies. That's actually like a PR box that I got a couple years ago. One of my all-time favorite shoes right here, Chicago Jordan 1s, Lost and Found. Obviously, I live here in Chicago, so these are necessary. On Air Neon, I've had this since the very start of my content. Couple awesome books in here. Shout out to Evan Rampt on his new photo book. And then up here, a Nocta basketball. I am a huge Drake fan, also a huge basketball fan, so I just love having this up here. And I have it sitting in a roll of gaff tape. If you know, you know. Love having a little bit of a diffuser right here. Just kind of sets the mood in the office and keeps the spot smelling good while I'm sitting here creating. Now, something you may have caught on to here in the office right now is you might be wondering why I don't have a computer chair. It's actually a sad story. As of yesterday, my computer chair finally bit the dust. It's been with me for a few years, so it's time for a new upgrade. I think my manager is actually working on something else for me, but obviously I gotta sit here and create content in work, play Warzone. So I picked up something to hold me over till the real deal gets here, so hang on. Dogs wanted to say what's up. Mocha, say hey to the channel. What's up? Look at that tail wagging, everyone. And then Daphne. You guys know Daphne. Ooh, a little stretch. A little big stretch. Okay. This right here is what we need. Are you coming in here now too? You don't want to put this together with me?
Not really.
I don't want to put this thing together.
Well, you shouldn't have broke your first one.
I bought this cheap ass $50 Amazon chair. Let's see how bad it is. Let's see if it can hold a 6'5", 240 pound man. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I hate building things, so let's just fast forward to this being built in 3, 2, 1, and there we are. So this is my $80 Amazon computer chair to tide me over for now. It's actually not the worst thing ever, but kind of small. So a couple exciting kind of milestones that we have passed. I figured I'd update you guys in this video. As of today, one, that is 45,000 subscribers here on YouTube, that actually feels like a huge number. Obviously, a huge shout out to you guys for all the love and support. YouTube, since I've started the entire content journey, YouTube has been really like my bread and butter, and it's what I truly enjoy doing. I love this long form content. The second milestone is that right there, and we just hit 30K on TikTok. So I've been putting a lot of time and effort into TikTok recently. I personally believe in TikTok, and I think the future of it is really bright, and I have a ton of my really close content creator friends absolutely crush it on there. And I mean, people are doing one TikToks. That is a lot of people's salaries. So yeah, 45K on YouTube, 30K on TikTok. I'll take it. And then a random but sad update is this is my Sony ZV-E1. You guys have probably seen me make some content on this thing before. I absolutely love it. Something happened to this thing, and for whatever reason now, I cannot use any microphones plugged into the mic jack on the side. A lot of times I just use this Sony shotgun microphones that go on top, so I didn't even notice, but I tried plugging in my Rode mics into the side port there, and no luck. So I think I'm gonna have to send this thing in and be without it for a couple weeks, so RIP there. I love that camera though. I really do. So as far as the rest of the evening goes, I got my iPad mini right here. I'm going to be planning and filming a few short form videos with the different videos that I have planned out. And then I will go through, make scripts if I need to for each one. And then I just kind of start chipping away and film the content. So like I said, right now it's Sunday. On Friday night, I actually posted this video that was just a very raw an honest short form video. Happy Friday, fam. We have made it to the weekend. Now I was actually planning on having a chill Friday night, but I just opened up my phone, I caught myself scrolling, and I saw like 3 or 4 of the homies post some fire content today, which kind of lit that fire underneath me. So instead of just hopping on Call of Duty for the rest of the night, I wrote down some ideas, and it's time to film some content. To me, it's these types of thoughts, evenings, mornings, whenever it is for you, that kind of separates you from the crowd. It's gonna take up some personal time. It's not always gonna be fun, but it can be that 1% difference from you and the next person. So cheers to a productive weekend. Let's get it. I kind of have these different buckets of content that I make on my channel, right? Some are very polished, some are a little bit more raw behind the scenes look. And I feel like I've kind of gotten that good mix going on my short form platforms, right? IG, TikTok, all that kind of stuff. And that's something I want to try to improve more on here on YouTube. You guys, if you watch my videos on this channel, right, you know some are very planned out, calculated and polished, right? Like if you look at the video of me talking through best camera settings on the iPhone, right? It's a very sit down video kind of going through stuff. And then I also have stuff like vlogs and more kind of behind the scenes stuff. But for whatever reason, I've gotten to the point with YouTube, and this is just me being transparent, that I've been overthinking it too much. Sometimes it's harder for me to pick up the camera and think to film long form, and I'm kind of sick of that. So I made it a point tonight to pick up the camera and I filmed something. This entire video I filmed in the last hour and 10 minutes. And that's just because I want to make it a habit to pick up the camera more and film some long form content. I feel like there's this wave in the content world right now where people don't always want the flashy in your face, just crazy intense content. I think there's a time and place for that. I also think there's this new wave of people like Sam Solik and some other creators that are doing some more slowed down, slower paced content. It's kind of refreshing. I find myself starting to watch it more, and I want to start kind of implementing it a little bit more and see how that goes. But also I just want to make it a point to pick up the camera more often and talk to you guys. So I'm planning on being more consistent with YouTube. I want to take it extremely seriously in 2024. We're coming up on 50,000 subscribers, which is insane, but I'm going to hit 100,000 in 24. Without a doubt, without a question, we're going to be passing 100,000 subscribers, and I need your guys' help to get that done. But guys, that is going to be it for me in today's video. I appreciate you watching and rocking with me as always. 45,000 subscribers is an insane number, and I couldn't have been here or done it without you guys. In a great way that I'm kind of trying to give back to kind of finish off this year, because it's been the most successful year of my life, is doing some of those giveaways. So definitely go check out my other socials. By the time this video goes out, there still should be 1 or 2 more. So stay tuned for those, stay tuned for more videos, and let's finish out the year strong. I appreciate you guys.